Have you ever felt it? That sensation there are strings being pulled just out of sight. A feeling that the great events of our world are not accidents. They are part of a plan. For centuries, a single name has been whispered to explain these feelings: the Illuminati. It is a name that echoes in the halls of power and across the vast expanse of the internet. We see their supposed symbols everywhere, hidden in plain sight. On our money, in our architecture, in the logos of powerful corporations. Our story begins not with a global conspiracy, but in a quiet corner of Europe. The year is 1776. It is a time of immense intellectual energy, a period we now call the Enlightenment. Old ideas about monarchy and religion were being challenged by new ideals of reason, science, individual liberty. In Bavaria, a region in modern-day Germany, a young professor of law named Adam Weishaupt felt the stirrings of this revolution. He looked at the world around him and saw a society dominated by the state and the oppressive power of the church. He believed that humanity could be better, that people could be freed from the chains of superstition. It is a story about ideas, about revolution, and about the fear of the unknown. Let us begin a journey of discovery, a journey into a world of secret societies, ancient symbols, and forbidden knowledge. We will ask the questions that many are afraid to ask. Who were the real Illuminati? And how did a small, short-lived group from Bavaria become the subject of the world's most enduring conspiracy theory? The answers may not be what you expect. They challenge our understanding of history and force us to confront the power of a single, compelling idea. An idea that has refused to die, no matter how many times it has been debunked or dismissed. The rabbit hole goes deep, and the path is shrouded in mystery. But it is a path we must walk if we hope to understand the forces that shape our beliefs. We are searching for a truth that has been deliberately obscured, buried under centuries of fear and speculation. Is there a fire at the heart of all this smoke? Or are we merely chasing shadows, phantoms created by our own need for answers in a world that often provides none? The first step is to go back to the very beginning, to a time when the world was on the brink of a new age, a time of enlightenment. On May 1st, 1776, he founded a secret society. He gave it a name that reflected its ambitious goal, the Covenant of Perfectibility. It started small, with just 5 members dedicated to his vision. The group's purpose was not to take over the world through force. Instead, their strategy was one of quiet influence. He believed that if he could recruit and educate the most influential people in society, princes, politicians, scholars, artists, he could slowly and secretly steer the world toward his enlightened ideals. Members would work their way into positions of power and authority. From there, they would subtly dismantle the existing structures of church and state from within, replacing them with a new world order based on reason, equality, and liberty. They believed once humanity was perfected, these oppressive institutions would simply become obsolete and wither away. This would lead to a stateless, classless world of free and equal individuals, a utopia on Earth. To protect themselves, the Illuminati operated in absolute secrecy. They used pseudonyms to hide their true identities. Weishaupt himself was known as Brother Spartacus. They developed a complex system of internal communication, using ciphers and secret symbols to pass messages. New recruits, called novices, had to undergo a long period of observation and education before they could be initiated into the society's deeper secrets. This structure of cells and hidden hierarchies was designed to ensure that if one member was discovered, the entire organization would not collapse. It was this secrecy that would ultimately fuel the legends that followed. In 1785, Duke Karl Theodor learned of the society and feared revolution. He issued an edict banning all secret societies, including the Illuminati and Freemasons. The government seized private papers and exposed members and plans. Weishaupt was forced into exile. The Bavarian Illuminati disbanded in less than a decade. Or did it? The official story ends in 1785. The Bavarian Illuminati was exposed, it was banned. The documents seized by the Bavarian government, which were intended to destroy the group, actually had the opposite effect. They were published and distributed widely across Europe as a warning. 2 figures were instrumental in transforming the defunct Illuminati into a global bogeyman: a Scottish physicist named John Robison and a French priest named Augustin Barruel, working independently. Both published books in the late 1790s. They argued that the Illuminati had not been destroyed. Instead, they claimed it had secretly orchestrated the French Revolution. They painted a terrifying picture of a vast, ongoing conspiracy, a satirical work of fiction in the 1960s, the Illuminatus trilogy, playfully mixed the historical Illuminati with every conspiracy theory imaginable. This book, along with the rise of the internet, launched the Illuminati into the stratosphere of popular culture. The truth may be hidden somewhere in the shadows,